Hello, podcast listeners. We know podcasts are a great way to catch up on a program that you may have missed on KSJE, and it's provided as a free service of this radio station. But you know, KSJE is now listener-supported, and so while you enjoy this podcast, we hope that you'll also take some time to join KSJE. Become a member today. It's quite easy to do. Just go to our website at ksje.com/support and pick the level of support that best matches your budget. Thanks again for listening. Here's your podcast. 10 minutes past 8 o'clock. It is Tuesday morning, the 4th day of November, 2025. Good morning, everyone. I'm Scott Michlin. Thanks for tuning in to KSJE 90.9 FM over the airwaves here in San Juan County, New Mexico. In Durango, Colorado, we broadcast at 103.3 FM. And if you're listening to my voice anywhere else on the planet, you've gone to our website to do that, streaming all the time from ksje.com, or maybe you're listening through the new KSJE app. It's great to have you all with us this morning. Also, welcome to our viewers who are joining us. Video of this program, so you can see what I look like, is streaming out live to the KSJE Facebook page and also to our YouTube channel. It's great to have you all with us this morning because coming up, it is our monthly commitment to the San Juan Health Council. We talk about the Health Council and invite a member from the council on the program. This morning, that member is Presbyterian Medical Services. We'll be talking a lot about some of the things that they are doing at their campus of care and, of course, the upcoming Festival of Trees. So stay tuned for that conversation beginning in the next few moments right here on KSJE. Later on this hour, we'll be checking in, of course, with Amber Francisco over at the Farmington Regional Animal Shelter. Amber will be telling us about some of the pets available for adoption this week, including Coco. That's the name of the cat you see on the screen right there. So stay tuned for that coming up today on our Adopt a Pet Tuesday segment, 8:50 a.m. on KSJE. Mick Hess will then take over the studio, Roving with the Arts, our weekday classical music program beginning at 9:06. And don't forget, there it is. You can download the new KSJE radio app. It is available now in the App Store and Google Play. Listen live, connect with our podcasts, and much, much more, and be connected on the go with the KSJE radio app. Outside our studios here at San Juan College, it is a warm Tuesday morning, warmer than it's been recently, 54 degrees outside our studios here at San Juan College. We are expecting a partly cloudy day today, partly sunny, partly cloudy. High today of 65 in Farmington. Clear skies overnight, a low of 38. Sunshine and a bit warmer tomorrow with a high of 67 degrees on Wednesday. Sunny and 65 on Thursday, sunny and 62 degrees by Friday, 63 on Saturday, 59 on Sunday, and upper 50s on Monday, with overnight lows, as you can see, from the upper 30s down to the lower 30s. I'll be back with my guest from Presbyterian Medical Services and talking about, of course, the San Juan Health Council right after this on KSJE. KSJE is supported by San Juan Regional Medical Center, whose vision is to deliver world-class care, making life better for the communities they are privileged to serve. Offering a comprehensive range of inpatient, outpatient, and emergency care services so residents can live life better here. San Juan Regional Medical Center, community-owned and operated, here for you.
Now back to Studio A and the award-winning Scott Michlin Morning Program on KSJE.
Back in Studio A this morning with my guest, as I mentioned, from Presbyterian Medical Services, part of the San Juan Health Council. Kristine Werito is here this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott. Thank you for having me.
Good to have you here. Welcome back to KSJE. Great to have you here to talk about all the things that you and your team does on the campus of care. Before we get to that, though, a reminder for our viewers and listeners, of course, full disclosure, that I remain a member of the Board of Directors with Presbyterian Medical Services. So I hope I know what I'm talking about when I talk about PMS with Kristine and more. But the campus of care is a unique place in our community, and you've done a lot of work from the very beginnings, because I've known you for a long time, and so but it's an amazing place, and I always learn so much when I go out to visit and see the work that you and your staff does out there. And so to start with, talk to me a little bit about this campus of care that you and partners have created in San Juan County.
Yeah, thank you, Scott. So the Campus of Care started really with Total Behavioral Health Outpatient Building, and really we survive really with the support of the City of Farmington, San Juan County, and San Juan Regional Medical Center.
Those are those partners that
They
you work with, right?
They are huge partners, yeah. Couldn't do it without them. I'm very, very appreciative. So we have outpatient services where we do individual counseling, group counseling, access to CCSS or case management type services. What makes that program a little different and unique is that we also have 2 traditional counselors on staff. So we have a traditional Dene healing program where we have a sweat lodge and talking circle and drumming circle and Navajo wellness and some really exciting parenting classes and other things there.
Right.
About 5-6 years ago, we added the Sobering Center, which is a place where anyone can come who's intoxicated. It's a voluntary 11-hour stay with us. We have an EMT to make sure they're safe on staff and mental health workers. We, added to that a few years ago.
Right. We'll talk a little bit about that, too, of some of the things that are being done. But that was an important additional component to that area, correct?
Yes, very much so. We now have attached to the backside of the building the expansion, which is for sober individuals who need a place to stay. Really, it's an overnight crisis shelter for adults 18 and older. Do not need to be sober. You do not need to be intoxicated. It is for sober individuals.
Got it.
And that we now open at 5 p.m., and it is open until 7 a.m. I know sometimes people feel like they have to get there right at 5 to get a spot, but we don't fill up. So come whenever you're ready to come in, and we're happy to have you overnight.
Right. With the change in weather, does that affect your numbers at all, I guess, of folks who are coming to the campus?
It does. There are 2 biggest periods of time is, obviously winter when it's cold and stormy, and like July when it's super hot.
Right.
We are open year-round now, so that's thanks to the city, the county, and the hospital. PMS also pays for 2 of those months just to keep us open year-round.
Right.
So we're very happy with that program.
Nice. And that's really important, I think, too, just from a community standpoint about caring for the most vulnerable among us, making sure they have a safe place to go. I mean, we remember, I think, stories of folks who would be trying to live outside or sleep outside and in the cold, and they would get sick or, God forbid, die on the streets. And so this gives them a place to hopefully go, or a place for paramedics or police to bring them if they are outside in this cold weather?
Yeah, absolutely. And, I have to give a shout out to the ARU, the Alternative Response Unit. You may see their bus driving around picking people up, but they bring people both to the Sobering Center and to the expansion. And a lot of people come that way. We truly appreciate that. Frees up police a little bit more to do more policing things.
Right. Right. But still, there's a place for them to go, which is great.
Yes.
And they're not just getting tossed into jail for no reason. They didn't break any laws or anything. But we have that resource available for these individuals. Again, as you said, whether they're sober or intoxicated or not. And
Yes.
so that's nice to have that choice and those resources. But continue. I interrupted you.
No, that's fine. Yeah, and we try to work really closely with the PATH as well. If we see people coming every night, then we try to get them into a more permanent shelter. We also have the Joint Intervention Program, which is a year-long treatment program for those high utilizers of services. So people who spend a lot of time in and out of jail, spend a lot of time inappropriately utilizing the emergency room, having a lot of negative law enforcement contacts. This program is specifically for them. We currently have about 33 people in the program.
And talk to me a bit about that a little bit more, too. You mentioned they're not using the emergency department properly or things like that. What does that mean necessarily?
Yeah, and that may be the wrong way to say it, but they're taking up a lot of time in the emergency room with things that don't necessarily need to be handled there. For example, they're intoxicated. They need a place to be, a safe place to sleep it off. They don't necessarily need to be in the emergency room.
I got it.
So a lot of the people that we see in the Joint Intervention Program also come to us through the Sobering Center.
Got it. Very good. And so, and again, I think, too, I remember as this was being developed, the idea was that this saves money in the long run because of all these services that these individuals maybe are availing themselves of that they don't really need. Like when you go to the emergency department, that's a lot more expensive than just going to a place to just sleep it off or what have you. And so that's the main difference. Or when you're encountering law enforcement every day because you're annoyed or angry or whatever it is, or having a mental health issue, that's a lot more expensive than getting the treatment and a long-term care plan for whatever it is that you're dealing with.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Recently, we've started tracking fire response as well, because this is also a population that was having a lot of EMT visits, and you don't want to really be tying up an ambulance if you don't have to.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
So all that goes into it as well.
All of that goes into it, and we every year we show a steady decrease in those services with these individuals.
Yeah, very good. And you said you have about 30 some odd folks in the
currently,
CHIP
yes.
program right now?
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. Good. What else is going on at the Campus of Care?
And then so there's some new things going on at the Campus of Care. We have some new construction. We're now set up for a food truck. Not your normal food truck, kind of one of those FEMA trucks. And we're working with the PATH and with the city to try to come up with a program for feeding the homeless and having kind of soup kitchen services down there, 1 meal a day. So that's happening. Some of you who have been to previous Drums of Fall may remember one year Nate had promised my guys a basketball court.
Right.
And so that is happening. So much thanks to Nate, great mayor.
Right. I was going to say, Nate, you're talking about the mayor,
yes,
just to be clear.
Nate Duckett.
Okay, right, okay. Basketball court is good. It's happening.
It is. Funny story. The relatives, we don't say clients there, we say relatives. The relatives getting services there approached him with a petition to the mayor for a basketball court, not knowing who he was. And he was incredibly gracious. So we're excited about that.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. And then on the largest scale, the county is working at providing a crisis triage center, and we're hoping that will be on campus as well. I think we've identified an area and working with architects, so very exciting.
Nice.
And that will be for people with mental health issues, kind of like the Sobering Center is for people with addiction issues, a place where they can go in crisis, they can walk in on their own, or law enforcement can bring them, and we're really hoping to have that operational by 2027.
That's very exciting, and that really changes kind of the whole way of getting mental health services, I think, in the community, because what that says, if I remember correctly, and please correct me if I'm wrong, is someone can walk in literally almost any time and see a mental health professional.
Yes.
At this center, instead of just walking in someplace and saying, well, we'll make an appointment for you, come back in 10 days. This would be an immediate type of counseling or type of service.
Yeah, right on the spot.
Right.
And then hopefully we can connect them with other services in the community. So it's that just sort of initial open door.
Yeah, which has never happened before, I don't think.
No, I don't think we have anything like that.
In this community. So that's exciting. And so, again, that is coming, and we should see that in the next couple of years, you're saying. And so, again, a lot of partners involved with that, too.
Yes, yes.
But again, we appreciate PMS for kind of taking the lead and coordinating all this, because that is kind of what you are doing with these other partners, is being able to be the front line and to offer these services with the support of these other organizations, the city, the county, the hospital, police departments, others, and things like that, right?
Yeah, truly the community.
Right. That's wonderful. And so, again, with the staff that you have out there, the other unique part of this is that native component to it, I think, as well, which you don't find everywhere, that offers services like these?
Yes, we have 2 traditional counselors on staff. One is a traditional practitioner, so we're able to offer a wide scope of traditional healing services. You don't have to be native to participate. They're open to anyone who's interested. We are able to provide our services both in Navajo and English, so we're very proud of that.
Right.
And I have to say the most recent leadership San Juan class got to taste the drumming circle a little bit, which I think was a big hit.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Very good. And I think these things that you offer are meaningful to Native Americans and others to be able to have that option of having those types of services available to them, again, as they go through this recovery, which is kind of the idea. And there's a lot of success stories, I think, too, from these individuals that have gone through the various programs out there at the Campus of Care, too.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about that. I mean, because, again, I think some of these folks come in at their very lowest of low, and maybe family has said, you know what, we just can't anymore. And that's rough, because then their support system is gone. And so these folks are coming to you, and you see them kind of shape up and get better and maybe stumble a few times, but they're in the program and they're dedicated to their success, at least eventually, we hope.
Yes, yes. Generally, most people come in initially through the Sobering Center. And one of the wonderful things my staff does there, and I have to give them a shout out, it's one of the hardest jobs I think on the planet, and they do an amazing job, is that they work with people to try to get them into counseling, and they have that ability to literally walk them across the parking lot to the outpatient program and hopefully get them connected or get them started there. For those individuals who need more than outpatient, then really they're working towards getting them into the joint intervention program. So it gives us that great starting place. Our traditional counselors will visit them at the sobering center, as well as meet with them and explain the program. And you don't have to, one of the things that's great is that you don't have to select. All of our services are available to anyone who comes in for those services. And it's almost like a menu. You can pick and choose. I want to do some traditional, but I also want to go to an anger management group, or I also want to have a therapist.
Right. And if they don't know what they need, but they know they need something, is there people there to help them with that too?
Absolutely. We'll help you navigate that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's got to be an important thing about this as well. And the other part of this that I think is so unique and amazing is, you just said it, across the parking lot. It's all right there. It's not like you have to go across town or to a different town to get this service and come back or what have you. It's all really right there. So once someone gets there, they really can have a one-stop shop of whatever it is that they might need to get better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's great for us. If someone shows up for services and they're intoxicated, we don't have to call law enforcement. We can say, hey, let's just walk across the parking lot. So it works in both ways.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. And again, this has been a long time coming, I think, to build this campus, and with the dedication of these other partners that you work with, and to see more coming, it's really unique. And I think it's also gotten the attention of other communities, not just in maybe our state, but other states too, that are looking at what's being done here and using it maybe as a model in other places too. Have you been open to that as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
What types of folks have come over and been asking you about the work that you do in other places?
Yeah, as I say, the most exciting thing, we had Albuquerque before they started their program. They came and talked with us. We've had communities in Arizona and also in Colorado. A very exciting opportunity that I had this past August is that I was invited to be part of the CARF, which is an accreditation organization.
Right.
The, Committee for Accreditation of Rehab Facilities, I believe is what it stands for. But I was invited to be part of the group that developed the initial standards for sobering centers. So they haven't traditionally been accredited. They will be now, and that was very exciting.
How about that, right?
Yeah.
And that's a really important thing, I guess, is for folks to understand that all of these sobering centers, all of these places are meeting the same standards, and there is an independent group that's overseeing that and confirming that they're doing what they say they're doing and things like that, yes?
Yes, they're really looking at outcomes and patient safety, and those are two incredibly important things.
Got it. Very good. I know, too, at least I recall, that it seems to me that the Navajo Nation was also impressed with the work that you are doing, the president being one of them, but I imagine there are others from tribal government and tribal council members who are come and visit and learn about what it is that you are doing at the Campus of Care with the Sobering Center and other programs at TOTA. And so that's got to be an important part of this, too, is to get support from the tribe.
Yes, we've had a lot of support from the tribe from the very beginning. President Nygren was incredibly supportive of what we do and was very familiar with our services, so we appreciate that. We've had several different council delegates come by and visit, and we always greatly appreciate that support.
Right, very true. And so looking forward, you mentioned the other crisis triage center that has got, you have plans for that. What else is in the works looking forward? Are there more expansions of your programs? Do you have capacity for the individuals that are coming to you for services and things like that?
We're always open to new referrals. We have great capacity right now, always hoping to expand a little bit moving forward. One of our great partnerships, the Farmington Community Health Center is also a Presbyterian Medical Services program, and we've started a mobile crisis team there, and that team will actually move into the crisis triage center once that's up and running, which will allow us to not only have 24/7 availability of a therapist, but also peer support and also an EMT. So,
gotcha. Another thing I know that PMS works with is, of course, the Navigation Center as well, which is another kind of cooperative effort with Salmon County and other partners as well. I imagine you might get referrals from the Navigation Center as well during the time that they are open?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah. And they're actually co-located in one of our buildings, so that's wonderful.
Yeah, Very true. So that's an important part of this as well. So great. Well, it's exciting to learn about all the things that that you and your team does. Again, a shout out to them because I know you don't do it alone. You have a nice team around you that helps make all these things possible and deals with these individuals and helps them again get back on the right path and to kind of return to their families and things like that. Again, those success stories have to be really great to be able to see and celebrate because I think you have graduations, do you not, from some of your programs?
We do. We have TOTA has a monthly graduation. It's always wonderful to see those successes, especially when family members come and show their support. It's a very positive, wonderful experience.
Right. Very true. And again, to see these individuals from when they first come in to once they're completing the program, and again, the whole goal I think is to get them, back on their feet. Maybe find them a job, find them some housing, all those different things to maybe get them back a productive member of society, which is what we all hope for.
Absolutely,
so
yes.
That's got to be great. Before we run out of time, though, I can't have anyone from PMS here without talking about the Festival of Trees. We have to talk about the Festival of Trees.
Yes, it's
coming up
soon.
Right? Exactly. This is the big event for the holidays here in Farmington. And, of course, the big part is all the money raised with the Festival of Trees stays local. It funds these PMS programs, Presbyterian Medical Services, including the ones we're talking about this morning and many more in the community as well. So it's really important to remind folks that it is coming. And I guess if someone still wanted to submit a tree or decorate a tree for the festival, it's not too late?
No, it is not too late at all. You can just go to the website, which is pmsfestivaloftrees.org, I believe. It's all one word written out, but you can just Google PMS Festival of Trees. It'll take you right there.
Right. .org is right.
Oh, yay.
Yep. There you go. And we're showing the schedule on the screen right now, so you can kind of see what's going on beginning on, December 2nd. So that's less than a month away.
It is. There are a couple events if you want to attend. I encourage getting tickets early, and that's the Teddy Bear Story Time.
Right. They sell out.
They sell out
every
often.
year. Yep.
Yeah. Santa's Sleigh Ride and the coffee, which you don't have to buy the coffee tickets earlier, but it's much easier that morning if you do.
True.
So those I would definitely say are worth the pre-sale. The events are great.
Exactly. Very true. And again, it's always free to go and look at the trees.
Yes.
That is one thing that I think has been maintained over the years. I think the committee is very adamant about keeping it free for folks to come in and just look at the trees at the Farmington Civic Center. Tickets are still
50
cents. That hasn't changed in forever, it seems to me,
no,
right?
I don't think it will. They're also very adamant about that, keeping it affordable. So you can win a beautiful tree for 50 cents.
No kidding, right? And presents and everything under the tree, which is always great, too. So that's wonderful. Again, the other event that we want to note is the gala, which is a big deal, and that will probably sell out.
Yes, you should get your tickets for those now, I would say, for the gala.
And that is on Saturday, December 6th. Again, $75 a person. You can get a table for $700 from 6 to 11 p.m. And again, that is, I think, the last chance to see the trees that Saturday night, because then, of course, on Sunday, December 7th, is the big Facebook Live event beginning at noon when all the winners are drawn and people either are excited and run down to the Civic Center to collect their tree or try again next year. That's what happens to me anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to try again next year, too.
Yeah, that's me, but that's what happens. So. But there's a lot of great events going on, as we mentioned. Again, some of the other things, you mentioned the Teddy Bear Story Time. There are 2 of those because they do sell out.
Yes.
So, again, getting their tickets early for that. There's a sleigh ride on Friday, December 5th, downtown. The coffee break with the trees. Again, the festival is open, but we encourage folks to go down and check out the Festival of Trees, get the tickets early for some of those ticketed events. And if you want to submit a tree, now is the time to put it together.
And it doesn't have to be a tree. You could do a tree, a wreath, or a centerpiece.
Good point.
All of those.
Right.
Yeah.
Very good point. And so all those things are available as well. And again, there is a QR code on the screen that you can point your phone at, and that should take you to the website to buy tickets and get the ball rolling. But gosh, it's going to be here in less than a month.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is a little crazy.
But it is a great way to start Christmas.
It is a great way to start Christmas. That is true. The week after Thanksgiving, traditionally, that's when it happens. So again, from Tuesday, December 2nd through Sunday, December 7th, the PMS Festival of Trees. You can find out more, of course, at pmsfestivaloftrees.org. That's the place to go. So wonderful. Kristine, thank you for coming in this morning. Always great to visit with you.
Thank you so much for having me.
You bet. Thanks for the work that you and your team does at the Campus of Care with all the programs, and especially as the weather gets cooler, it's really important that we have these services available. So thank you again.
Thank you.
You bet. My guest this morning from Presbyterian Medical Services with me here on KSJE. Did you enjoy that podcast? We hope that you did. And if you did, share it with your friends. And if you really want to keep podcasts like this coming, please support KSJE. You can do it easily online at ksje.com.